Today's show is sponsored by CaskCartel.com, your premium spirits marketplace. It's so convenient. Go to CaskCartel.com, get your spirits shipped directly to your door. Yes, some of the allocated stuff is going to cost more, but it is a convenience play. You can sit at home. You don't have to go to a raffle. You don't have to camp out overnight. You can get premium spirits delivered directly to your door. And obviously those daily drinkers, they are going to be more on par with what you pay in the store. So check them out at CaskCartel.com and follow them on Instagram at CaskCartel. They're always doing awesome giveaways for their followers. Today's show is also sponsored by PremiumBarProducts.com, your number one source for laser etched glassware and barware. It is also the place you can go to get the official Dad's Drinking Bourbon Glencairn. What better gift to give someone than customized laser etched glassware? They have all sorts of glasses: the Glen, the Wee Glen, the Tua, the Neat Glass, the Tipsy Rocks glass, the Kenzie Dram. That's the one everybody wants to get. They have all sorts of glasses there, as well as bar tools. Go to PremiumBarProducts.com and check them out. You know, I started off so strong. We talked on the phone an hour and a half ago. We caught up for like a half an hour, and then we said, okay, well, let's go do our tastings. And then I get to this point and I am just freaking wrecked. Like, it's that hour between when we talked where I just want to curl up with a blanket and a pillow and go to bed.
You know how many folks have told me that about my voice?
What, that it puts them to sleep?
That it's just very soothing and relaxing. I mean, they said basically I could have been like one of those, what do they call those things? Irish Moods tapes they used to have back in the days. What were they called?
It was Pure Moods.
Is that what it was? But it was like, it showed like the Scotland territory and everything, like the waterfalls. And they're like, ah.
It's that shit they played at massage parlors.
I've never been to one of those. Thank you.
Sure. I believe that. Like, I believe I'm skinny. Hello, everyone. My name is John Edwards, and with me, as always, is Zeke Baker, and together we make the Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, thank you for making us a part of your day. Hey, buddy.
Man, you know, I was suddenly laughing here the whole time, too, at, how the worm has turned for once, because you're over there, fading and rubbing your forehead and looking all groggy. And you know what? When you sent me the link for this show, I was mid-working out. Got in one round of sit-ups and push-ups, got some squatting and lunges to come, and then another round, too.
So you were earning your booze?
No, I was earning the fat off of my gut.
Well, I said, hey, let's do this sooner than later. So you could have probably called me 20 minutes ago and we could have fired this shit up.
I did. Look at the timestamp on your phone. I text you and then I was like, well, shit, maybe you fell asleep. I guess I'll go and start working out. I thought it'd be like the surefire way to get you to that subtle thing where you text.
I didn't see that.
I was going to say, literally, I'm not blind for once. I really did hey, dude, send the link. And I was like, well, shit, I don't know. He's either taking a dump or fell asleep or something.
No, eventually I was like, I have not heard from Zeke. I'm just going to send him the link and say, can we do this soon? I didn't even see that you said send link.
There you go. Can't blame me for once.
I could blame you for a lot of things, but not this.
I know.
Stats are important. We're going to talk about the stats of what we're drinking tonight. Tonight, we are drinking Ezra Brooks 99. It's 99 proof, 49.5 ABV. Mash bill is 78% corn, 10% rye, 12% malted barley, and it is $25. Stats are so important that we're going to talk about our friends Action 24/7, the only sports book by Tennesseans for Tennesseans. That means if you are outside of Tennessee, I am sorry, you cannot join this sports book. But if you use code DADS100, they will match up to $100 of your first deposit. Zeke, this is a big week. It's the Super Bowl. Are you going to bet on the game?
I haven't decided yet. I want to look in there. We talked about prop bets recently, and not necessarily a prop bet. I don't know if it's called, but I saw the other night on Sports Center, they were talking about some of the more subtle things people will go after, like first team to complete a pass, first team to complete a first down, et cetera. And they were talking about some of the numbers between the two teams over the season. And I think there might be an easy snag or two in there. I just got to find the time to sit down and find my way through what I think's a surefire winner.
Well, right now, Kansas is -3.5. Tampa Bay is +3.5. The over-under is 55.5 total points. the over-under is a good place to go. And I have to think with the offenses of both of these teams, it's pretty safe to go over on the 55.5.
I feel like it is too,
but then again, it's the Super Bowl.
There's also a reason the house always wins in Vegas, and they're the ones that set these lines.
So you think it's an under?
I mean, I don't know. Like I could play devil's advocate to myself right there and be like, well, look at the spread they gave for the Bama OSU game. I thought that was just a cakewalk.
It's also the Super Bowl. And I would think 55. Now you're talking me out of it, but I would say it's the Super Bowl. People are going to be playing harder. You tend to see Super Bowls not be as high scoring as regular season games. You know what? I'm going to take the under. So it would be 24 points a piece, gets them to 48. So say if it was 31 to 24, it would be under. I'm going to take the under.
It's something to think about. Another factor came into my mind, and I'll end it at this so we can mosey on about our evening here. But I think you got to throw in the Rona and a lack of attendance factor. Stadium's not noise. It's not going to be shaking and rocking. It's got to be a completely different feel that at the same time has to make it easier on offenses when everybody on the field can hear the play being called, hear the audibles. There's less confusion, just less commotion going on. I feel like that's got to make the nerves a little more settled, a little less hot on the throws, a little more laid back here and there. I don't know. I think that's an X factor that nobody's going to really think about too much going in.
It's like practice.
It is, but I don't know.
Well, all I know is you play to win the game. And if you want to get in on the action, go to action247.com. They also have apps on their phone. Lots of cool stuff. We're talking about Ezra Brooks 99. Now, this was just released. This literally just came out in January. I haven't seen a lot of reviews on this. I used to love that Ezra Brooks 101. That got taken away and discontinued. Now this Ezra Brooks 99 came out. It is the regular Ezra Brooks mash bill of that 78% corn, 10% rye, 12% malted barley. It's just amped up a little bit at 99 proof, but the price tag is right in line. I wonder how long this price tag will stay at $25. I know I'm giving a little bit of analysis before we start, but I know how to poke the bear to get out of you what I know is inside of you. So I'm going to leave you with that and say, Zeke, what did you think about this whiskey?
Better hope I didn't have chili.
I know you only eat cereal over there. I've been there.
I got soups and stuff. I diversify.
You had Pop-Tart cereal.
It was a loser, too. It was the biggest disappointment I've had in a while.
Like, what kind of person eats Pop-Tart cereal?
What kind of person doesn't go down the cereal aisle and think, which one of these look cool that I might not have had in a while or ever?
But Pop-Tarts are better warm. I can't imagine cold Pop-Tarts and milk was going to be a winner. If that was on action247.com, I would have told you to bet against Pop-Tart cereal.
On your notion of the heated, I would be willing to stake that more people eat them cold or room temp than they do heated. Think how many people grab one and eat it in the car on the way going somewhere. I mean, that might have been heated up and then with the intention of eating it, but they still carried it with them. And by the time they ate it, it was no longer warm, quote unquote.
Well, I know that I am on an island and I don't like frosted Pop-Tarts. I like the plain strawberry Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
I think there's too much sugar in the frosting. I think it's too fake. I think it's too hard. If it was like a soft frosting that you could put on it after the fact and say if it came with some frosting and it wasn't so hard and sugary, I'd be down with it. But
never knew you were such a high maintenance fat kid. I don't like that type of sugary stuff. The texture's off. I want the nice, soft, like smooth, creamy, sugary icing.
Shampoo is better. It cleans the hair. No, I don't like a lot of sugar. I mean, for being a big guy, I like eating meat and potatoes more than I like eating a whole bunch of sugar in my mouth. Fun fact. Now, what did you think about this whiskey, Zeke Baker?
For this Ezra 99, nose-wise, I thought it kind of reminded me of popcorn kernel grease or pancake batter when it first hits the stovetop. Or in the skillet, I suppose, maybe more appropriate. But either way, you can get what I'm going for. Palate-wise, I put down there was corn and lots of it. It did not have that sawdusty characteristic that you'll pick up a lot of times in something that's super corn forward and also on the younger scale of the spectrum. And towards the very back end, it really had some light char effects that were subtle but noticeable, a complete switch or transition from the other 90% of just, a pretty corn forward profile.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on the corn forward profile, and I'll get there. But the nose, a little bit of spice, grass, vanilla. I get what you were saying. The corn on the nose as well. Taste corn, chocolate, vanilla, caramel. But the thing I would say is that the mouthfeel is crazy good, where it has one of those mouthfeels that just coats your whole mouth with caramel. Had a nice linger on it. The thing you got to remember about this one at the same time, Zeke, because I know that you're looking at me kind of funny, like this is just a solid $25 drinker. I know, yes, it's a little corn forward, but it's not corn forward like other distilleries corn are. This just happens to be, it's a Kentucky straight bourbon. It's non-age stated, so it's 4 years old. We know, at least. It's just a good drinker at $25. I don't think it's trying to be the greatest thing that's out there. It's got really nice packaging. The packaging certainly punches above a $25 whiskey, but it's just a solid drinker.
The thing I wonder is if this might be one of those instances where somebody's using a cooperage that's got a, that least amount of time as far as drying the staves out or the wood quality. Because the way the back end just got really kind of charry and prickly to me, that's tended to be the case with other things we've had, and kind of what led to the conclusion of why that was that part of the profile was it really wasn't any fault of the juices. It was just a lower grade on the scale of quality barrels or what coopers they were coming out of.
I'd be super interested to know that, but I kind of call that the Zeke effect. I mean, you're sweet on the front, charry and prickly on the back end.
Only till morning.
You've never made it to morning at my house. You just leave a mint on the pillow.
But no, the only thing I thought of too, kind of tasting this was, one of my favorites that I don't talk about too much, and it used to be for a reason because I want to try to buy more of them, was the old school 12-year Ezra. It was 99 proof as well, completely different source, et cetera. I'm not trying to do apples to apples, but if anyone's out there and sees one of those or has a chance to taste one, it's really a great pour and probably one of my favorite sub-100 proofers. By now, I don't have free time to chase the boards, and they've gone up enough to where I don't think I'm going to snag anymore. So I'll be candid and say that was one of the few things that I found post-fire that had a product that really reminded me of kind of the pre-fire notes and aspects that I always found very pleasant.
I think I have one hanging around somewhere. I got to dig it out.
What I'm looking for next time I'm at John Boy's house.
If you could find it, you could have a sip.
Hey, I mean, you always say pour whatever you want. I don't care.
I know. It's like a scavenger hunt. If you can find it on the shelf, go ahead and have a sip of it.
Oh, we'll go digging now.
I'll let you know if I find it first, and I'll hide it like an Easter egg. But $25, what do you think about this one, Zeke?
It's hard to say no for a whole lot of $25, but at the same time, at $25, I like it to be just the smooth, easy, might not even taste anything kind of approach. And the back end puts enough bite on it to where it's not just that easy, like, I don't have to think or worry about anything. I just want to enjoy. But it's kind of puckered up at the back. So it's just not as easy as I would want for that range. But it's still $25. Who cares?
I don't really get as much of that bite that you do on the back end of it. I mean, I get a little bit of it, but nothing close to you being a drama queen about it. So at this point,
it's just, that's where I'm picky. You know that I do not like that. That is one of the few things that just, I don't know. It's just one of those things that's kind of a deal breaker for me.
I'm 100% a buy on this. At $25, I don't really get, I think Zeke is just a high maintenance guy, and I really don't get that much on there. So I'd go out, try this, buy a bottle with a friend. It's easy enough at $25, buy it. If you don't like it, then it's the thing that's there for people to come over. But I really liked it. This one is a staple for me as daily drinkers. It's going to be in the daily drinker rotation for me for sure.
You don't have to worry about me grabbing it at least.
Exactly. One thing that I can have that Zeke will not ruin. Thank you to Luxco for sending this our way. We always appreciate when you guys do that, but by no means does it affect our review. The folks can find us on Facebook at Dad's Drinking Bourbon, Twitter at Bourbon Dads, Instagram at Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Find us wherever you download your podcast. Chances are you already have because you're listening to us right now. Zeke, where else can the folks find us?
Good old Nashville, Tennessee.
Cheers.
Ciao.